the judgment that the Supreme Court delivered yesterday was one of the best judgments anybody can get. They are not biased. That's how it's supposed to be. How it's supposed to be. You can see that ADC, they themselves, they were jubilating. So that means the Supreme Court did the best thing. He removed the status quo antebellum, and he asked them to go back to High Court. But when you study all these things very well, you will know that it was the error that David Mark committed early. They are the one that they rebury him back to. He should go and solve that one first. Somebody take it to court, High Court, for that matter. Now the High Court has never delivered the judgment. They just say, come and defend yourself. How do you become a legitimate chairman of ADC? As simple as that. So if you have enough evidence, I think the best thing for you is to just go to the High Court and tender your evidence that these are my evidence. So person resigned. This is the amendment that you have done to the Constitution that enable me to become chairman. As simple as that. But instead of you do that, you jumped down High Court, you refused to answer High Court. Then you went to Appeal Court. Then Appeal Court did the same thing, still refer you back to the same High Court. Apart from the fact that he just said you should maintain status quo antebellum. That is where Supreme Court, dissociate itself that no, it's not necessary. That status quo antebellum is not necessary. You can stay there, even as a chairman, but go and defend your position. The minute that we don't say you are not chairman, we assume that you are chairman, but just go and defend yourself. How you become chairman, how legitimate is your seat? As simple as that. So to me, that's the best judgment ADC can get. Refer them to High Court. Go and answer your case. You have case to answer. Part of the thing that make the David Mark, ask from Appeal Court is that party matter is an internal affairs that court don't have jurisdiction. They not telling me court has jurisdiction. Why? Because you have law. Nigeria Constitution is there. Your party constitution is there. So if you breach any of the two, you breach Nigeria Constitution, you breach party law, then they can take it to court. There is no organization that doesn't have constitution. Yes, any established important organization must have constitution. Ẹgbẹ́ alájẹsẹ́kù cooperative, they have constitution, and if you breach their rule, then they can take you to court if need be. So for me, in conclusion, I think the best thing for ADC is to settle this matter out of court. It's not difficult for them. It's not too much for them. It's not too late for them to call Balago. They are all the warring party. That what do you want? What can we do for you? You see your party. You see the party structure. You have to sacrifice something to gain something. Of course, in ADC, are they mad? If they want to choose anybody to become presidential candidate, it's either Obi or Atiku. Yes. We then go and bring somebody that they never know to become a presidential candidate. The answer is no. So it's better they all of them see round the table. What does it cost Atiku that went as far as America to go and pay $1.2 million for a particular organization to lobby for him? Why couldn't he lobby here? Lobby for reconciliation in ADC. Is that one too much? They shouldn't follow the pattern of Obi that don't know how to maintain party. Only what Obi is after his administration. It's not after party. But how can you say you don't want to mind your mother? Because party is the mother of any politician. It's the party that gives back to you. So if you don't mind your parents, then tell me how you want to succeed. That is your source. And that's why people have been pointing finger at Obi that he refused to maintain labor, ordinary to maintain internal party. They cannot do it.
For the first time, I'm going to say the Supreme Court was not biased. The Supreme Court went ahead and delivered the judgment. They queried the Appeal Court that they went beyond their jurisdiction. You understand? And after they have said that, it gave the peace. You saw people jubilating. Then in the case of PDP, they break all the faction. They scattered all the faction. They said, go back to the BOT, the Board of Trustees. And yesterday, the PDP, the Board of Trustees, had their meeting. And they are moving forward. Now, the ADC now are going to go back to the High Court, there are going to be two things. Number one, they will tender the evidence, or number two, they will settle out of court. It's just a victory for ADC. What the APC are doing is that they want to try everything as much as possible to scatter the citizens, and I know it will not work for them in Jesus' name. I want to say it's a victory for ADC. It's a moving train. Nobody can stop them. We really appreciate and we thank God for what God has done, for the judgment they gave yesterday. It was a landscape judgment, and we are really happy.